Many people have different way of recovering and also to the reaction to the sexual violence. But for me, was to face with the truth.
If I kept this truth in me, I knew that I won't be able to survive. To be able to prove the rape, you have to show, the victim has to show how much you've been threatened, how much you've been violated. According to one of the research, 70% of victim survivor get frightened and froze status, so they froze for their life because they're so scared they might gonna get killed. Of the cases, the perpetrator are someone you know, especially if this person have power above you. When policemen told me, you don't cry enough, you don't get upset enough, so we can't believe you. I cried when I go home. I cried on the way back from police station. So I prefer the word of survivor because it's more empowering.
決意の会見に臨んだ28歳の女性。はっきりとした言葉で自身の経験を語った。シス
テムを変えないのであれば、私たちは皆この犯罪を許しているのと同じではないでしょうか。
We always have questioning from people. For example, they will blame the victims. They want to blow the things into a major controversy and get benefits from it.
Of course, yeah, I got it. I got many names, starting from bitch, slut. Before I went public, I was thinking, I knew what kind of names, how people would say, what they would say. Like what you just described, that maybe I just want to be famous so I can be directing things, I can be a director or, reporter. There should be much easier way to be so. All I can do is to keep working what I believe, writing my book, reporting through documentary. And I think in a way it was also sort of the way to deal with this problem, because I cannot live or face this always as a victim. That was something I wanted to break, the stereotype of how victims should behave and how victims should look. Whenever I went back to Japan, I didn't feel safe, so I had to disguise myself, hide my identity. But I stopped doing that last year, summer. All of a sudden I realized that how long do I have to hide myself, And then what happened in Japan was that people started to recognize me on the street, and they started to share their story. They started to tell me how they feel about it. And it was so surprising, Tokyo, these Japanese people, it's not very common to talk to a stranger, but they did. I try to highlight this sexual violence issue in Japan through media, through journalists, but I realized this topic is quite taboo and hidden. But now I see many cases that journalists are covering and also highlighting the problem. It's just a start, it's just the beginning that we know what we need to change.